You know what I'm saying? Because if you look at history now, how these elite bankers, these so-called Jews, how they take over countries, what do they flood them with? Prostitution, liquor stores. What else did they put in here? Drugs. You know, same thing that's going here in America. Because Berlin was the sex capital of the earth, of the world, man. Because they had bestiality, prostitution, pedophilia, drugs, alcohol. What's going on here? America is doing the same thing. Nothing new under the sun. Because your bankers, man, the elites want to destroy America, man, economically, man, to bring in their world, the new world order, man. Because these so-called white people, these so-called Jews, comes from the left-hand side of the Most High, man. Right. Contrary to God, man. Right. So the sex, drugs, liquor, prostitution, that's righteous to them, man. They run all that. They run all this, man. And you so-called niggas want to know why there's always a Ford Loco in your liquor store. Why there ain't no Ford Loco in Beverly Hills, man? Because those Ford Locos are made to destroy the Israelites, man.
I had one of those one time, never drank that shit again, man. I was fucked up, man.
I drunk this much of it was a lemon one.
Yeah, that's right.
Four Loko. I'm talking about instantly my stomach started boiling like a pot of beans.
Because
that was cool.
Yeah, because Berlin that time they were going through social perverse activities, what America's doing now. So there's nothing new under the sun. So you just gotta point the finger, who is this coming from? Who is this man that's causing all this? It's the so-called Jews, Amalek. The so-called Jews are running this world and they're destroying this earth, man.
Can I say something like that, bro? The brother talking about the so-called Jew runs the world. I was out in West LA. I had to work out in West LA the whole week. And this past Wednesday, they had their so-called Yom Kippur, right, their Day of Atonement. I'm telling you, the so-called Jew did not work that day. None of them. I was in Beverly Hills. I was in West Hollywood. They were nowhere to be found. All the stores that they ran, it was closed. If they were in the office building, the so-called Jew wasn't there. All the rest of the goyim were there, but they get to take the they get to take the day off, and nobody says nothing about it, man. Yep. Everybody knew around town, yeah, it's a Jewish holiday today, so a lot of people are not in the office, man. You know, so that lets you know they run everything, man. We can't do that though. We can't have our own day.
Black History Month.
Yeah.
You better have your ass at work. Yeah. You ain't gonna have a job.
Yeah. You know? So that lets you know they run everything, man.
Yeah, we'll write them up.
Particularly, and they do it. I mean, out here in Los Angeles, the so-called Jew, they do it in West LA, man. Yeah. You know, from Beverly Hills all the way to Palisades, Malibu, Santa Monica, Fairfax. You drive down La Brea or Fairfax area, it's quiet. You know, you don't see none of them rats walking around with oh, actually I did. I saw them. They rented out a theater, and I guess all of them were gonna do some worship or some shit in there, man. I'm talking about the Orthodox Jews, man. You know, yeah. You don't know what they doing in their little in the background in their little synagogue, but they had rented out a theater, and they was doing like some big type, I guess, worship, man. But other than that, they were nowhere to be found, man.
They worshiping Satan. That's what they're doing. They're not worshiping the God of Israel. They fear the God of Israel, man. They fear him. You know what I'm saying? And you know, they can't complete their new world order really because there's other nations that's totally against it. You got Cuba, you got Iran, you got North Korea, and you got Syria. And right now they're trying to destroy Syria right now, man. That's their plan.
That's just jackals, man.
Yep.
Jackals to tear it down from the inside.
Yep. That's how they do it, man. But you know, you gotta really think to yourself, do these people are the children of God or not? Let's look at the prophecies. They are, man. Give me Deuteronomy 28:15. Start at that. Then we're gonna jump down to 28:30.
This is oh, you got it, bro? This is Deuteronomy chapter 28.
Let's see if the so-called Jews, the Jewish people, fit these prophecies, man. All right, let's see if they fit it. Because we're gonna cut that down to pieces right now, man. Go ahead.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy power, to observe to do all his commandments.
Now, to observe to do all his commandments. Now, let's chop that down. Commandments is talking about the laws, right? Who were the laws given to? Okay, so how is it that verse right there fits to the word? You got Esau. How does this scripture fits to them? They weren't given the laws, Edomites. All right, let's read that again. Homie Leviticus 26:46.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy power, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
All these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
They ain't under no curses, man.
The so-called Jews are the richest people on the planet, man.
Fuck, man.
So there ain't no curse that's overtaking them, man. And you know what? There's scripture that will back that up too. Give me Leviticus 26:46. Deuteronomy 20 and 30.
Leviticus 26 and 46. These are the statutes and judgments and laws which the Lord made between him and the children of Israel in Mount Sinai by the hand of Moses.
Between him and the children of Israel. It wasn't between him and the children of the Idumeans or Esau. By YAHAWASHI, man, the house of Esau. It wasn't, man. So it was only given to the children of Israel, not Edom, not Esau. The Edomites, these so-called white people, man.
Right!
So that's number one cut right there. So the commandments are given to the children of Israel. That's what Deuteronomy 28:15 says. To observe these commandments, you gotta understand who the commandments were given to in the first place. It wasn't given to the whole world. It was only given to a set of people, the children of Israel. And nothing changed. Go ahead.
Hey, can I just read some of these first curses? Because this whole cut is so cool.
Verse 30?
No, 16.
Go ahead.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 16. Cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field. Cursed shall be thy basket and thy store. And you go into this, you break it down, right? The city where you dwell, where you're at. The field represents the world, right? We know that Matthew, what is that? Matthew 13, 39, something like that. You know, you can go and look it up. But these so-called Jews, they're not cursed around the world. They're blessed in this world, man. I'm telling you, they have everything, man. If we like $1,000 to us, that's if I get $1,000, I'm happy. A so-called Jew, that's nothing to him, man. That's like $1 to him, man. You know, if that, 50 cents. You know, that's pocket change. That's not even pocket change, man. I know the guy I work under, a so-called Jew. This dude has money, man. You know,
Bro, they spend that on ice cream.
yeah.
Hey, no bullshit.
Yeah.
They got $1,000 ice cream.
Yep.
That's wrapped with 24 karat gold leaf. It's called the $1,000 ice cream. Look it up. Yep. They spend it on ice cream, man. On burger. They got $1,000 burger.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So do the way.
Yep.
Hey, so you know, Esau, he could do whatever he want. He got long money, you know.
Yep. It says, cursed shall be thy basket and thy store, which is basically your modern day bank account. You go to the so-called Jewish bank account, got all type of zeros in it, man. You know? Ours got 3 zeros, or mine got 3 zeros, 0.00. He got 1,0,0,0, man. He got all type of money, man. It says, cursed shall be the fruit of thy body and the fruit of thy land, the increase of thy kind and the flocks of thy sheep, which the fruit of thy body are your children. These so-called Jews send their kids to the best private schools. I know, this one guy, I know he wasn't a so-called Jew, he's an Edomite. But they got Jews that go to the kid's school. The kid is in 3rd grade. He pays $30,000 a year just for his kid to go to a 3rd grade school, man. So they making sure they take care of their children, man. They got all type of nannies. It's either the black woman or the Hispanic woman who's the nanny, pushing the fucking the stroller, carrying the kids, taking them to different practices and shit, you know. So this is definitely not talking about the so-called Jew. Cursed shalt thou be when thou comest in, meaning when you're born, and cursed shalt thou be when thou goest out.
When you die.
When you die, man. And they live a good life in this society. When they born and when they die crinkly ass 79, 89, got all type of money in the bank account. The big house goes to the son, or the other house in Florida goes to the daughter. You know, that's how they get down.
And these demons, their fucking deaths would be on like the back of the fucking Inquirer on the newspaper and shit. Like fucking some demon Goldstein and shit died. His fucking paying his wife.
Yeah, or the law firm that he owned, he passes away, but guess what? His son is now the head of the law firm. You know, that's how they operate, man. Right. So this ain't pertaining to him. Cursed shalt thou be when thou comest in, and cursed shalt thou be when thou goest out. The Lord shall set upon thee cursing, vexation, and rebuke in all that thou settest thy hand unto, for to do until thou be destroyed, until thou perish quickly, because of the wickedness of thy doings, whereby thou hast forsaken me.
That's right.
Anything the so-called Jew invests his money in, you best believe the business is going to succeed, man. So that's not pertaining to me.
Yeah, that's preset. There's Daniel 9 through 11. Daniel 9 verse 11. Ye, all Israel, had transgressed thy law, even by departing, that they might not obey thy voice. Therefore the curse is poured upon us, and the oath that is written in the law of Moses is certain of YAHAWAH, because we have sinned against him.
Which we reading right now in Deuteronomy the 28th chapter, that curse that was that Moses gave to the children of Israel, man.
Right.
You know?
Now does that fit the children of Esau? They're not going through these curses, man. They're not going to, there's more to it. And the juicy part's coming at the bottom of it, man. Go ahead, read.
Jump down to 30?
Yeah, jump down to 30.
Deuteronomy 28 and 30. Thou shalt betroth a wife, and another man shall lie with her.
Now, what happened during slavery? You got the slavery sign? Now, when you had an Israelite man propose to an Israelite woman, guess what their master had to do, man? Their master had to confirm this, and the master had to sleep with his woman, man. He got to pop his virgin wife, man. Basically tasting his master's semen after he gets with his wife, man. And then on top of that, the master impregnates the female, man. And guess what? They couldn't do nothing about it, man. They had no, it's going to tell you. Go ahead. They couldn't do nothing about it. So watching your master pop your fiance, a virgin, matter of way, and put his seed in there, man. Now, as an Israelite man, a so-called black man, how would that make you feel, man?
And you're supposed to be pissed off.
You know?
You're supposed to be pissed off, man. Hey, because we're in the likeness of the Heavenly Father. The Heavenly Father's a jealous power. Right? So when we call for worship other gods, commit adultery, spiritual adultery against the Most High, that makes him jealous. So when another man lie with your woman, you're supposed to be pissed off, mad. I mean, you can't really do nothing on this society, but it's supposed to piss you the fuck off. Right. But back then, like the brother was saying, the Most High took that spirit off, and we had no power in our hands.
Right. I got a script real fast. It's Ecclesiastes 7:7. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart. Now that's oppression right there. When you seeing your soon-to-be wife getting popped by another so-called man, man.
Hey, because she might have fought it. She might fight it the first time, second time, third time. She trying to fight him off, crying and shit when you come back. They show you that in the slave movies.
Django.
Yeah. But after a while, You know, come that 7th time, she ain't fighting no more.
Yeah, you in the field, you don't hear her fighting no more. Shit, now you hear her moaning. It didn't turn from screaming and hollering to moaning
and giggling.
Now she coming out, looking over the porch, looking at your ass like, the hell you looking at, nigga? You know, she looking at you just like that, like, what are you looking at?
Hey, they show you that Django, man. Yeah. When that old bad wench was putting up the young one on game, she's putting her up on game. Basically, like, look, you gonna be taken care of. You just do what he what he say do. Cause she needed some soap. And the old one was basically telling the young girl, lay down with him. Give him pleasure.
I was 12 years.
Oh, I'm sorry, 12 years slavery. Salaki, wrong move. You know? But basically putting her up, look, lay down with him and you're gonna be taken care of. You know, you're gonna have your soaps clean. You're gonna be sitting out enjoying the weather, drinking tea. All you gotta do is lay down with him and bear his children.
And that don't go just with your wife, man. You might hear your daughter in there, your own daughter. You don't want to hear your daughter. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to hear that, man. And your daughter in there doing the same thing your wife was doing, man. Now your daughter is coming against you, man. She ain't even calling you pops no more, man. She calling you a nigga.
Hey, but that's how crucial slavery was, man. You got this cool ass nigga Tommy Sotomayor talking about how many of you actually went through slavery. Why you always saying they beat us, they did that and that? Because nigga, that was the breaking. They broke us. They broke us as a nation, man. And look at the condition of our people now. You so quick to get on our people. You get on the black woman, you call it a T-1000 and all that. Why is she like that? Because it go back to slavery, nigga.
That's right.
You fucking cool. He nigga making so much money now. You know, he making all that money. The nigga, you forgot about your roots, nigga. And you gonna die in America.
That's right.
Tough ass nigga, you.
I got the perfect script for you. This is Sirach 11 and 25. In the day of prosperity, there is a forgetfulness of affliction.
You go.
And in the day of affliction, there is no more remembrance of prosperity.
And you gonna be afflicted, nigga. Nigga used to have his beard and shit. He kept his hair on his head. Nigga ain't got no beard no more, man.
Damn.
Nigga done cut his hair off. You like a straight up damn Egyptian, man. And then you got the nerve to have our apostles on your channel and give reverence to them. But now you saying, what about, you know, people always talking about slavery this and slavery that. That proves that you are a nigga in America, man.
That's right.
You love the white man.
That's right. I got another one.
Because the white man you've been getting Federal Reserve notes from the white man. Because you do your little shows or whatever, however you getting your money.
Yeah, he getting
I ain't
paid
knocking
from
your hustle. I ain't knocking your hustle. But nigga, slavery was a big part of the condition our people are in now.
Right.
You always getting on the black woman. We get on her too. But we get on her and we prove why she like that. It all goes back to slavery, man.
Right.
Really, before that, it goes back to the garden.
I got another script. It's Proverbs 21 and 14. A gift in secret pacifieth anger, and a reward in the bosom strong wrath.
So the Most High got your number, man. Enjoy your little goodies the white man has been giving you. You able to travel all over the U.S., you know, go to these different cities, everybody know who you are. Nigga, enjoy your little fame. Most High gonna kill your black ass.
Right. Esau done tamed you, man.
Yeah, you tame, nigga. Man. You are a tame nigga, man. Hey, that's all you gotta do to tame a nigga, give him some money.
Yeah, that's it.
Give a nigga some money, he gonna calm down, he gonna PG everything.
Damn. All women.
Yep, that's right, man.
Hey, you give us some money, we gonna go harder. we gonna have studios, full-blown studios cussing these devils out, man.
That's right. That's right.
With MMA studios in the back of them joints.
Yeah, we already know them so-called Jews shut your ass up already, man. That's why your ass shaved like a clean Egyptian right now, man. We know, man.
Yeah, that nigga shaved clean, man.
Hell yeah,
He got this little shit. But no more beard. The top of the nigga head is just you could clean it with motherfucking Windex, man. And he always in the back, so like he always saw that goddamn big ass pool with the waterfall and shit. We know you got, nigga. We know you got your money. Oh, yeah, you got your money, nigga. But what you gonna do when the dollar crash?
Right. Right.
Them T1000s gonna come get your ass. Yep. They gonna come in packs on your ass, man.
Deuteronomy 28 and 30. Thou shalt betroth a wife, and another man shall lie with her. Thou shalt build an house, and thou shalt not dwell therein.
Now back then, the so-called Negroes, Latinos during South America, and the Native Americans were building houses for these devils, man, through slavery, man. And guess what? After they built them houses, they can't dwell in there because they were building them for their masters, man, for their huge plantations, man. Even during the industrial period, they were building these factories for what? To put Israel more in slavery, man.
Man, I said something. Hey, even today, man, when I was a couple weeks back when I was driving through, because of my job, I was driving through Beverly Hills. Who's building those new houses, man? Nothing but Issachar is building them, man. Yep. All the gardeners, all Issachar, they all in their trucks lined up throughout Beverly Hills, man. Building shit for Esau, and I was like, goddamn, they gotta come from wherever the fuck slum they come from, build up these nice ass big houses. You wish you could just live there, and then you gotta take your ass right back to where you live at the end of the day.
Guess what?
And come back the next day and do the same thing.
But guess what? You really think you Latinos by building these buildings and getting paid for it? The so-called Negroes were doing that shit for free, man. All right. So how dare you saying that the so-called Negroes are lazy, man, and y'all work?
Hey,
all right?
On top of that,
that's bullshit.
On top of that, they're not getting what they're supposed to be making. Guarantee you, man. Because you know what Esau do? He'll go right to Home Depot and he'll get Issachar. Issachar's a hard worker. Issachar know how to build shit, man. And he'll do it for pennies on the dollar. Because that's his name. His name is he is hired, man.
Right.
And these devils know that. Look, we'll just go get some Mexicans. You know? Like when you go to some of these certain restaurants, if it's owned by, like, I go to this we fried fish spot where I stay at, and there ain't nothing but Issachar in there. Guess who owns it? Goddamn Goose, man. Yep. Issachar don't own that, man. But they in there working, handling the cash register. Group just walking in and out of there and shit, like a goddamn lost soul. But he owned the place.
All the restaurants like that.
You know?
Every single one.
There you go. And a lot of these businesses, the brother was right, man, because the Louisiana chicken mixed with the Chinese food, that's owned by Moab, man. And you know what I'm saying? Guess what? They have MSG on them. I did further research on these spots, man. Only in the ghetto areas they serve MSG in your foods, man. To why? Because these other nations, they want to destroy you, man. And at the same time, make profit off you. Make profit off your body.
And MSG basically tricks your senses to think that the food is good, so you'll keep going back to it. You'll keep going back. So you niggas will eat that Louisiana fried chicken. Ooh, that shit tastes good. Then go back the next day and just keep killing yourself, man. That's what it's all about. Doritos, all that shit got MSG in it, man. That food is not. It really probably don't taste good, man. But the MSG in it will trick your senses, and it will taste good to you. That's why you go to certain restaurants. They'll say no MSG, and people like don't even pay attention to what they're really telling you. Basically, this is as close to as good food as you'll get, man. Or the taste of it. It's not like it's not manipulating your taste buds, so to speak. You know?
I got a precept for you. There's Leviticus 26 and 17. And I will set my face against you, and you shall be slain before your enemies. They that hate you shall reign over you, and you shall flee when none pursueth you.
That's it right there. Who's reigning over us, man? These other nations. You know, starting with the so-called Jew, like the brother said, and that was on my spirit last week too. I just been meditating on the so-called Jew, how much of a devil he is and how he controls everything, man. You know, and it's all through master manipulation, trickery, and deceit, man. You know?
That's right, brother.
You still want me to read Deuteronomy?
Oh, I got more. It's on verse 36 on Leviticus 26. And upon them that are left alive of you, I will send a faintness into their hearts, into the lands of their enemies, and the sound of a shaking leaf shall chase them, and they shall flee as fleeing from a sword, and they shall fall when none pursueth.
Yep, that's us, man. That's the condition that our people in as a whole right now, man. You know, going back to Deuteronomy the 28th chapter, because we broke the law, statutes, and commandments that the Most High set up. Therefore, we got to suffer the consequences, man. And this condition is you know, the main consequence that we're suffering.
I got more. And they shall fall one upon another, as it were before a sword, when none pursueth, and you shall have no power to stand before your enemies. And you shall perish among the heathen, and the land of your enemies shall eat you up. And they that are left of you shall pine away in their iniquity in your enemies' lands. And also the iniquities of their fathers shall they pine away with them.
That's self-explanatory, man.
That's right.
Self-explanatory.